appears that the anti-Trump protester crowd has really thinned out. Let's go ahead and take a look.
He said that he wants to default on the American debt, which will create the worst depression this world has ever seen.
Meanwhile, let's look at all the Trump supporters here. I mean, we got a line going all the way down the street. I mean, it just curls around and around. Let's go find out if some of these anti-Trump protesters are actually even Hillary Clinton voters. Are you guys Hillary Clinton supporters, or?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So you don't support Hillary then?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
So who do you support?
These nuts.
And what about you, sir? Who do you support?
Pretty much, I'd rather go over a fucking potato rather than either Trump or Hillary.
Are any of you guys Hillary supporters?
No, we are not. We support the Green Party and Jill Stein and Bernie Sanders, but we do not support a two-party system that traps us in this rigged system and leaves a whole bunch of people just scattering around, like not knowing what to do, but just give up.
What about you guys? Were you guys Hillary Clinton?
Hillary. They're too young. They don't know, okay? It's Hillary. All right, all this crazy bullshit that's been made up about Hillary for 30 years. They've been playing the Karl Rove playbook. Hillary's bad. Hillary's evil. It's all made up. I remember when she was First Lady. There's not one person that's done more for this country than Hillary Clinton. She knows what to do. She'll be ready on day one. She's capable.
What do you think about the health concerns surrounding Hillary Clinton and how, that she's too sick?
Am I allowed to say bullshit? Because that's the biggest bullshit thing. I mean, they tried this shit against Kerry with the Swift boating, and now they're going to try and drag up something totally, making it up out of whole cloth. Okay, it's a total lie. But if they can get people talking about it, hey, it's a media world.
What exactly?
So you're basically saying that it's a conspiracy theory, sir? Are you believing that the investigation on the Clintons and the murders surrounding were conspiracy theories?
They have investigated time and time and time and time again, and they found absolutely nothing.
That's not true. They did not say they didn't find absolutely nothing. They just let her off.
Let her off for what?
For the email scandal that happened.
No scandal. There never was a scandal. I mean,
sounds more like you're in denial. What about you? Are you guys Hillary supporters too?
No, I'm voting for Darrell Castle of the Constitution Party. I believe he's the only constitutional candidate that'll be on the ballot, at least in Ohio. So.
What about you? Are you a Hillary supporter?
I'm an anti-Trump. That's what I am.
You're just anti-Trump?
Absolutely. He's a buffoon, he's a racist, and he doesn't have the experience or temperament to be president.
So those are all ad hominems. Can you actually give me one of his policies you don't like?
To say that he doesn't have the experience or temperament to be president is not ad hominem.
Well, the name calling is.
Calling him a buffoon? Oh, sure, that is. Absolutely. You're very intelligent.
What about you?
I vote for Mrs. Hillary Clinton. They are respected people all over this planet, in Beijing, Rio de Janeiro, in Moscow, and Paris, and London, and all over this globe. And they are intelligent, good people. And I vote for Hillary.
What does your sign say?
My sign actually I help somebody here with the sign.
Okay, so you're an ex-Tea Party girl. So are you a Hillary supporter?
No, I'm not. I don't know who I'm voting for right now, to be perfectly honest with you.
So what are you coming out here to protest then?
I'm against Trump. I'll decide who I'm voting for later.
Trump sends all his job-making things overseas. Read the sign.
So do you think that people should, more companies should be brought back to America?
Yeah, but it'll never happen.
Well, Trump's saying that he's going to make it happen.
The reason that I'm here is I don't support either one, and I don't like Trump. I think he's a right-wing reactionary, but I think he's a lesser evil in the fact that he is trying to dampen this constant day-by-day demonization of Putin to push us towards World War III. I think in that case, he is a lesser evil. I won't vote for either one. And these people can't understand anything except A or B. They're very simple-minded. You can oppose both, and they're only opposing one to the benefit of the biggest warmonger, Hillary Clinton, the biggest supporter of terrorism, who created, along with a number of other presidents in the CIA, ISIS. He has recently come out and said that Obama created ISIS. And then he had to back down and say I was being sarcastic. But he was telling the truth. And it wasn't only Obama or partisan. It was Bush, it was Bill Clinton, it was Ronald Reagan before them that supported all of these incarnations of Al-Qaeda.
Hi, I've watched your show before. What's up?
So are you a Hillary supporter?
I am not. I support Dr. Jill Stein.
And so you're just here to say you're anti-Trump, but you're going to actually be voting for Jill Stein?
That's correct. I go to the University of Akron, and there are many Muslim students and Mexican students as well as other countries, and we do not support the things that Donald Trump has said about them. We do not support.
He's not actually said anything about Mexicans. He's said about illegal immigrants. Do you know the difference between Mexicans and illegal immigrants?
He said that I believe that some of them are good, when he was referring to them as the majority of them as being rapists and criminals. And we all know,
illegals, meaning they're breaking the law.
We all know that he was referring to largely the Mexican population.
He was not. He was referring to the illegal people that are here.
Correct.
Do you think it's proper to let illegal immigrants from other countries that have committed violent crimes into the country without being vetted?
No, I think that we definitely still need to vet the people that come into this country. It's just we need to make it so that getting into this country is easier to do legally, because the problem is when it's easier to live in America illegally than it is to live here legally, you create a dynamic where people are more apt to live here illegally. You need to make it so that it's easier to get your green card and make the path to citizenship easier. There are people who work at the university that have been waiting for their citizenship for 12 years, and they've been working here as a professor with their doctorate.
And with Donald Trump, he's the only candidate who's addressed these issues properly and is willing to change the system. Hillary is not going to change the system, and it's just going to allow for more illegal immigrants here, which are then going to come work here and get paid below minimum wage standards. So what do you think about that?
Well, I already said I'm not a Hillary Clinton supporter. I support Dr. Jill Stein.
Are you guys Hillary Clinton supporters?
No. No, thank you.
Are you a Hillary supporter?
Yes, I am.
Why?
Because she's not Trump.
Even though there's a handful of anti-Trump protesters that showed up here, most of them were not Hillary Clinton supporters. Most of them were actually burned supporters, ex-Bernie supporters, or were not voting for anybody. So that just goes to show that Hillary really doesn't have very much support at all. This is Millie Weaver signing off for Infowars.com.